Why are you still fighting battles your younger self started? Think about it. The way you argue, the way you react when someone questions you, the way you walk into a room already defending yourself, even when no one's attacking. You call it personality, but it's not. It's armor. And the sad truth is, most people live their whole lives inside that armor. They forget what it's like to breathe without it, to feel without fear, to live without pretending they're not still hurt. Narrator, stay with me, because if you do, you'll see something most people never dare to face. You'll see the truth hiding in plain sight, that the enemy you keep fighting is the reflection you refuse to look at. There's a moment in every life, it doesn't matter who you are, when you decide what the world is. For some, it happens in childhood. A betrayal, a humiliation, a moment when the world stopped being safe. And from that moment on, you stop trusting it. You start preparing for a war that never ends. You learn to anticipate rejection before it comes. You learn to read the room, not for love, but for danger. You become clever, sharp, guarded, and you call it wisdom, but deep down, it's just fear in disguise. You see, every person you meet after that, every lover, every friend, every enemy, becomes a character in a play you didn't even know you were still performing. A play written by your younger self, the one who got hurt and never healed. I used to think the people who hurt me were the problem. I spent years naming villains. That teacher who humiliated me, that friend who betrayed me, that lover who left without goodbye. But villains are easy. They keep the story simple. They keep you from asking harder questions like, why do I keep choosing people who make me feel the same pain? We call it bad luck. We call it my type. But it's not chance, it's pattern. And pattern means repetition. We keep attracting the same pain until we understand what it came to teach us. We keep meeting the same kind of enemy until we realize the battlefield is inside. There was a night. Rain on the window, city lights melting into glass. I caught my reflection. Tired, worn, eyes carrying too many old wars. And for the first time, I didn't look away. I just stared. At the man who blamed everyone but himself. At the man who swore he was done with drama, but kept finding it. At the man who kept saying, "I'm fine," but was quietly breaking. That's when I heard it, that small, trembling voice inside me saying, I just wanted someone to love me. Not the angry man I had become, not the strong man I pretended to be, just the boy, the scared one, the one who started the war because he didn't know how to ask for help. And suddenly, all my enemies disappeared. Because how do you hate someone who was only ever trying to protect you?
You are not one person. You are a crowd of your past selves, each carrying their own fears, secrets, and regrets. The child who wanted to be loved. The teenager who swore never to be vulnerable again. The adult who mistakes control for safety. They're all inside you, still arguing, still pulling the strings. That's why healing feels like chaos. Because you're not just fixing one wound, you're trying to bring peace to an entire inner civilization. But peace doesn't come from silencing them. It comes from listening, from turning toward the parts of you you've exiled, the angry one, the jealous one, the scared one, and saying, I see you. You're allowed to exist. That is where the war begins to end. Do you know why people cling to pain? Because pain gives identity. It says, I'm the one who was hurt. It gives shape to the void. So when you ask someone to forgive, you're asking them to give up who they think they are. You're asking them to stop being the victim and start being free. And that's terrifying. Freedom means no excuses, no one to blame, just you and the mirror. I resisted forgiveness for years because I thought forgiving meant saying it's okay. But it's not. Forgiveness doesn't mean what they did was right. It means you refuse to let it own you anymore. And that's what the inner enemy fears most, losing control over you. One night, I wrote to my younger self again. This time, I didn't beg him to change. I just told him the truth. You were never weak. You were just hurt. You fought because you didn't know how to ask for love. But it's over now. You can rest. I imagined him, that boy inside me, finally putting down his sword. I could almost see it, a battlefield turning green again, the smoke lifting, the silence of peace. And in that silence, I realized something strange. There was no victory, no applause, just stillness. And that's when I knew the war had truly ended. We grow up thinking surrender is weakness, that it means losing. But when you surrender to truth, to your own reflection, you don't lose anything real. You only lose the illusions. The illusion that you're unlovable, the illusion that you must keep proving your worth, the illusion that peace comes from control. When you let those go, you discover a quiet strength, the kind that doesn't need to win because it no longer fears losing. The world looks different after you stop fighting yourself. Colors return. Conversations feel lighter. You start hearing things you missed. Birds, laughter, the pulse of life itself. You stop reacting. You start responding. You stop guarding. You start listening. People notice the difference, but they can't explain it. They just say, "You seem peaceful." And you smile, because they'll never understand what it took to get there. The nights of self-confrontation, the tears, the silence, the letting go. But you know, and that's enough. So I'll ask you once more, why are you still fighting battles your younger self started? Lay down the sword. Take off the armor. Go home, because the home you've been searching for was never a place. It was the moment you stopped running from yourself. If this story opened something inside you, don't subscribe for more content. Subscribe because you're done being your own enemy. Because here, we don't chase happiness. We seek peace. The kind that doesn't shout, but whispers. Welcome home.